Hey YouTube. Yeah, well, I had planned to do part 2, which is going to really turn into be part 3. Part 2 is going to be sort of a rant. A rant, and just to get you updated on where we left off with these. Unfortunately, my radio was playing a little too loud, so here on in, whenever I'm taping, I can't put the radio on. I got nabbed for, I guess it was, copyright infringement. So, we're not going to do that anymore. Okay, so let's just bring you up to date with what we did. Alright. Really don't remember where we left off. I do believe it was we were doing these slots here, the roughing slots for our dovetail. So in the meantime, what we've done is we've put in our 1, 2, 3, 4 set screws and drilled and tapped holes to hold our tool bit. Okay, so what I did is I took 1/4-20s and I turned a dog. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. I turned a dog at the end. And the only reason I did that is for when you keep tightening down on your tool, it wants to tend to mushroom out the screw. So just to save myself a little bit of aggravation later on, I put a little bit of a dog on it. I should be able to back that out, throw it in the lathe real quick, clean that off, and then put it right back in again. The central hole here is going to be our elevation screw. Our elevation screw is another 1/4-20, but as you can see, it did not go all the way through. It stopped right about there, which is good. Hopefully by the time I'm done, it's not gonna come down and interfere with my tool. The actual tool clearance is 532 thousandths, so we're 532 from here to here. Okay, that gap there. I'm usually using a 3/8 bit. Shouldn't even interfere with that. Then we went and we took and we did our slot, and everything came out good with that. I made this a little bit beefier than the ones that are actually supplied with through Little Machine Shop. I should be able to adjust for that. If not, I'll just throw it back in the middle and just bring it back down to size. Okay, so where we're at without YouTube, because there's no music, so this shouldn't get kicked back to me. What we're going to do is I ordered a 60-degree dovetail cutter. Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, or how good that is. 60-degree. So then what we're going to do is we're going to plunge down to our actual depth, and we're going to start to come over, and we're going to start to cut our way into this dove. Okay, and then back this way. So what I've done is I've taken dowels. Bad representation, but the only one I have right now. So what I've done is I put the dowels into the 60-degree, and I'll have another one on this side here. I've taken my adjustable parallels, and I've come through and I've kissed each one of the dowels, and I got my overall measurement. So to start this, what I'm going to do is I have a measurement from this edge to our dowel, and that's what I'm going to maintain. Then everything is going to be worked off of that. So that's where we stand with that. And again, not to kill a dead horse, but we won't have music. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the mill set up, and how much of that I'm really not sure of how much I'm going to show, but what we're going to do is we're going to mount our 3/8. It's a 3/8 shank, 3/4 inch, 60-degree dovetail cutter, and we're going to run one here and one here, and I'm going to do one part at a time, so that I know that I'm good with everything. And not only that, is it's going to be hard to throw back in the mill and pick that up. With my little mill here, I really don't know if I'm going to get the repeatability I would out of a nice, beautiful Bridgeport or a Dual. But with enough of that being said, alright, here we go. We're going to go and we're going to do that, and I'll bring you back in a couple of minutes. Okay, brought you back. All right, so radio's off. So what I did is I picked up our clearance and we're going to start to move our way in. I crunched some numbers and the original holder, I don't know if you can see that, the original holder with the 1/8 inch dowel pin here, the overall dimension was 638. So mine is a little bit shorter. So I had to take that difference, split it in half, subtract it from this onto the dowel, and it gave me 566. So that's my first target. And my first target's going to be over here. So I have my dowel ready, I have my dovetail cutter. So I'm just going to keep working that, working that until I come to my 566. Okay? So come on board and let's see how it all looks. Let's just get a 0 on this here. Just so that I know how much I'm taking off. Okay, so because I don't know how this cutter's going to react, I'm only going to go 5 thousandths. I know you're probably thinking, oh, this is going to take all freaking night. Well, I know something it might. But I have one cutter and one shot. A little cool tool. Okay, I think right off the bat I'm going to slow it down a little bit, so I'll bring you back in a couple of seconds. Okay, slowed it down just a little bit. See if this reacts a little bit better. I just didn't like all that chattering. Okay, well, we're getting close. It's pretty darn close. So, close enough to stick a dowel in there and see what we got. So what do we have? 571. And according to my calculations, I need 566. 66, that's right around 5. Going to take the 5. And we're going to call that 0. Okay, come right off the part. I'm going to go right back in. A little bit of fresh oil. Nice finish. Remember, magic number 566. $566. Okay. So now that's part 1. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, mill out that other side. And then we're going to use our adjustable parallels to get ourselves into that groove.